You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
I'm Donovan Sharp. I'm the Genesis. I'm the Inception. Devin slept with a lot of guys, gentlemen. Devin has a high body count. You think I don't know that my own girlfriend has had sex with a lot of men? You think that I found some special snowflake who declined partying through her 20s even though she has a great body? Give me a break, guys. I am well aware that Devin's notch count is a lot higher than she will ever admit. And it sucks that I have to admit this. I am 237% certain that I am not the biggest dick ever that Devin's ever taken, and the way I fuck is not the best sex she's ever had. She's had bigger and better than me. She hasn't told me this, but I know. I'm almost positive Devin's had bigger, better dicks than mine. But if I ever found out what one of these guys looked like, if I ever found out that one of those guys had a 12-inch cock, you better believe I'm gonna be insecure. You kidding me? I don't have a 12-inch dick. Devin's had bigger dicks than her, and now I gotta see what that dick looks like? Of course it makes us insecure. That's another reason why men of value don't commit to women with high body counts. It's because we know the more cocks that have been in you, the more huge cocks that have been in you.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I had to rep my Knicks today because we just went on an Elite playoff run, you know. And I'm about to go on an Elite stretch. July is about to be an elite month for this channel. So if you have not already subscribed, like I said, make sure you subscribe and become a member of the Elite Fleet because we about to be giving out elite information. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Those of you who know me know I don't like to waste too much time. Now, there's a reason I started this video with Donovan Sharp. Why did you start this video with Donovan Sharp, Alex? Simple, because Donovan Sharp was recently on Fresh and Fit, where he made the goofy-ass mistake of bringing his wife, Devin, with him. Okay, which he should have never done, because we all know in the red pill and manosphere spaces, they always like to talk about how you don't want to date women with high body counts, you don't want to date single mothers. Those are the two worst women in the world to date. This man, and post-war women, let me not forget that. You don't want to date women who are past the wall, which is over the age of 30. You don't want to date a woman who has a high body count, and you damn sure don't want to date a single mother. But leave it to Donovan Sharp, to go out here and date a single mother who's well over the age of 30, pushing in her 40s, and clearly her body count is through the roof. I mean, she's a damn single mother. It tells you all you need to know. I know there's going to be some women in the comments, and just because she's a single mother doesn't mean she was sleeping with a bunch of men. Bullshit. But we're not even going to get into that because that's not what the video is about. So he was getting roasted in the chat, right? And as a result of getting roasted in Fresh and Fit's chat, he had a crash out on his own channel. And in his crash out, I keep telling you guys, when these content creators crash out is when they tell you the truth, right? In his crash out, he admitted that most men prefer virgins, or they prefer women with low body counts because they're insecure. Because they always think in the back of their heads that a woman she's been with him, this man is better than them. He has a 12-inch cock, as Donovan would say. Now, in my head, I never think about how big or small the penis of another man that a woman I'm talking to was, because who the hell cares? First of all, I'm not insecure. Second of all, I'm confident about the size of my thing. Third of all, besides not being insecure and being confident about the size of my package, I also know it's the motion in the ocean. And no, I don't guess that. I know that for a fact because I've studied tantric sex. So I don't worry about that. It's not a problem that I have, right? But a lot of these dudes who taught that, don't be with a woman who has, a body count above 5, or try to find yourself a virgin, they're not saying it because it's substantial or matters at all in actual dating. They are saying it because they are insecure. Now, for those of you who've been subscribed to this channel for a while, y'all know two things. One, I already made a video where I told you guys this. Most dudes who push you to dating virgins are telling you to do that because they're insecure. There is no reason to actively seek out a woman who has not slept with anyone unless you're religious, right? Which is why when I make videos for virgin women, I tell them you should seek out a man who's seeking a virgin for religious reasons, because they're the only ones you can trust to not just want you for a superficial reason, like I want you because you have nothing to compare me to, which is most dudes. Most dudes simply want women with low body counts, simply want women who are virgins because they do not want to be compared to anyone else because they are lames and they are corny, they're insecure, they're non-confident, they don't trust the size of their package, and they know they can't stroke for nothing. That is the reason they're telling you that. This is why when I talk about elite women and the best women to date and marry, I don't mention body counts or whether or not she's a virgin. Because there's 1,001 things that are way more important than that. All right? And those of you who've been subscribed for a while already know the proof is in the pudding. I've dated several versions. Y'all on the channel have seen one of the versions, interacted with one of them. So y'all know I'm not making it up when I say, if anyone knows versions, it's me. Donovan Sharp has probably never had a version in his life. Most of these dudes telling you, oh, go out here and get you a virgin, have never dated a virgin in their lives. They don't know what they're talking about, and as a result, they won't even be able to tell you what I'm about to tell you next, which is just because you're dating a virgin does not mean you're dating a woman who is not sexually promiscuous. Woo! Let it breathe, run it back. Just because you're dating a virgin does not mean you're not dating a woman who is still sexually promiscuous. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna be watching this and be like, what do you mean, Alex? If she's a virgin, how can she possibly be sexually promiscuous? Easily. First of all, you guys have to understand, vaginal intercourse is not the only type of intercourse. You have anal intercourse, you have oral intercourse. 90% of virgins, right, are giving up the booty hole and giving up the 7-Eleven Slurpee, the hot tua, all the time to all types of dudes. All right? I'll give you guys an example. When I was in college, I dated 2 virgins. The first one I dated, I didn't even know she was a virgin, right? I found out by accident because we were going to have sex, and in the process of having sex, she kept saying that it hurted, and I was having a hard time getting in there. And when she said to me, I'm a virgin, I've never done it before. In which case I said, oh, well, you should have let me know that. I would have prepared different. You know, I would have tried to do more to make it special for you or whatever the case may be. And I was like, I don't want to do it right now that you have given me that information. And what she said to me, I didn't ask, I didn't suggest. She offered this information up on her own, guys. She said, okay, well, I'm a virgin, but do you want some head? I'm good at that. And I was like, yeah, why not? And she was very good at that. Hot tua, all over that thing, all right? Very good at what she's done. You know why she was very good at that? Because that's what she did with her boyfriends in high school. She didn't have sex with them. She gave them hot tuas. You understand what I'm saying? Come to find out later on, that girl had given hot tuas to over 8 different men. Now you have to ask yourself, okay? First of all, when she gave said hot tua, right, she finished the job. And by that I mean she swallowed. So you got to ask yourself as a man. This is the conversations a lot of these nerds who run online talking don't want to have. These are experiences they haven't had. Because you have to ask yourself the question. Would you rather have a woman who slept with 8 dudes? Or would you rather have a woman who has given blowjobs to 8 different dudes and swallowed 8 different of them seeds? At least if she slept with the dudes, she was getting something out of the deal. You understand what I'm saying? Women nut too. Women enjoyed sex too. I tell you guys this all the time. But to give someone a blowjob, right, and y'all don't have sex afterwards, you're getting nothing out of this deal. That is the ultimate. First of all, giving someone a blowjob in the first place is the ultimate form of submission. There's a lot of women who have sex with people, guys, especially black women, and they won't even take their shirts off. They just pull their pants down and bend over, and that's all you're getting. Ain't no heart to it. They not taking their clothes off. Now, do I run into this? No. I'm going to get you booty butt naked. But I know a lot of women, I had to tell them that that's what I want. I know a lot of dudes said, that's what women do. They drop their pants, you don't see nothing else, no titty action, no hot tour, no nothing, straight black shots, and she's going home. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you simply is this. Would you rather have a woman who submitted to 8 different men on a level where she's pleasing them and not even getting nothing in return, or a woman who at least submitted to dudes on a level where it was an equal exchange? Which one's worse? Someone who swallowed 8 different dudes' seeds, or someone who slept with 8 different dudes with a condom? These are things that they don't talk to you about, all right? There was another person, like I said, who I dated in college, my man's was dating her best friend, and we all hung out together, and she told my man's girl that she liked me. So we had hooked up. This girl was a freak too. You guys got to understand what I'm saying to you. Virgins be freaked out. A lot of times, right, when you have all these sexual thoughts, right, and you have all these hormones, you have all this stuff going on, and you can't act it out because you're saving yourself for marriage, you start reading books, you start watching porn, you get freaked out. You start buying Rose toys so your clitoris is fried. A lot of them are freaked out on a whole nother level. So I'm saying that to say, when I was dating this girl, right? She had some big ass tatas, right? So we used to like go to the park, for example, in the middle of the park. And she used to be like, oh, well, you can motorboat me. Well, I shouldn't say motorboat. Titty smash me is what I should say. You can basically get off on my chest in the middle of the park, right? Another one, 7-Eleven Slurpee Supreme. Always giving 7-Eleven Slurpees. Constantly giving hot to us, right? But again, this is a version. I wasn't her first boyfriend. She was doing the same stuff to her other boyfriends or whoever people she dated. We didn't even date. We just messed around. But again, this is a version. Laid out in the middle of the park. Breast out. Getting throttled. You understand what I'm saying? Getting titty throttled in the middle of the park. Got baby juice all over her chest. But you think, oh, I'm going to get this woman and she has no sexual experiences. You think, oh, I'm going to get this woman and she has nothing to compare me to. This is a lie. This is a lie. One of my homegirls, right? Back when I was in high school, her best friend was a virgin. They used to call her a hoe. Why did they used to call her a hoe? Because she wouldn't have vaginal sex, but she would have anal sex. My girlfriend in high school only had one of her boyfriends outside of me. This girl had 5 boyfriends in high school and messed around with 6 different guys. 11 different dudes had either got a blowjob or ran up in her booty hole by the time she left high school. It got to the point where doing it in her butt was the same as doing it in her cooch. As in, it went in that easy and everything. Right? Because I remember she was talking, my ex was telling me at the time, my ex from high school at the time was telling me, oh, she would call me and talk about how now she poops mad easy and she's a little bit nervous that she might have let too many people run up in that thing. But you think, oh, I'm going to get me this version, and when I get this version, no one else has had her. So the idea that I'm going to get this version and she's not going to be promiscuous because she has no experience, she's not going to have anyone to compare me to because she has no experiences, is a lie. These women have given multiple hot tours in 7-Eleven Slurpees. These women have taken it up the poop chute. They've jerked off all different types of dudes. They've done everything else but have sex. This is what you guys don't understand. So the entire idea that theory is based upon, that I'm going to get this woman, there's nothing to compare me to, she doesn't know anything else, she's had no access. It's a lie. It's a lie spread by lames like Donovan Sharp, who doesn't even have enough game to get a woman to start his own family with, who had to marry a single mother who was 40, after all the crap he talked about single mothers and post-war women. These are the type of dudes who tell these stories. Listen, we're going to have a whole thread, because it's been a while since I cooked Red Pill and Mansphere dudes on the cap that they be telling y'all young brothers. Now, we're going to have a whole thread. I'm going to do another video tomorrow about a whole different topic. Now, I'm going to say this. The best gems come for those who stay to the end. I repeat, the best gems come for those who stay to the end. By no means am I telling you guys to go out and date whores. Of course I wouldn't tell you guys to go out and date whores, all right? Hang on, y'all. My bearded dragon keep trying to escape. You keep trying to take off. You see yourself on camera? You want some attention? Come on, man. Sit still. Anyways, by no means am I telling you guys to go out here and date whores. But what you guys have to understand is, being a 304 is a personality trait. It has nothing to do with whether or not you're a virgin. If a woman is freaked out and she's sexual in nature, even if she's able to say to herself, for whatever reason, I am not going to have sex, she's going to find something else to replace it with. Rather it be titty smashing, rather it be hawk tours and blowjobs, rather it be anal, she's gonna find something to replace it with. So every reason you're thinking of for picking them in the first place, all those superficial crap, it doesn't even matter, because it's not true. It's not true. A lot of virgins, man, I'm telling you, they done been around, seen more things than girls who aren't virgins have. I'm just telling you guys this because it's the honest to God truth. You guys also have to realize this. Again, the best gems come for those who stay to the end. The best gems come for those who stay to the end, all right? Again, not telling you guys to date a hoe or, or 304 or anything. But I've also told you guys several times before, if you don't have a past, right? As in, I don't put your picture in the group chat, right? I don't bring up your name and people go, yeah, I know her, or I heard about her, vice versa, right? You don't have a name and you ain't slept with no one that I know personally. I really don't care what you did and I ain't digging into it. That's just the reality of the situation because I don't care. Because I done did my thing too. So I'm assuming you done did yours. And that's fine with me because I've done my thing. Most dudes who have a problem with this are dudes like Donovan Sharp who never did their own thing. But even greater than that, and I want to leave you guys with this because like I said, the best gems come for those who stay to the end. You guys also have to ask yourself, okay, if I go out here and I date a virgin, right? What happens once I smash her? Let's go back to the stories I just told, right? The very first girl who I said was a virgin who I dated in high school, right? I delayed taking her virginity to make it special for her, but I did take her virginity. When we broke up, this girl was on campus getting busy. You hear me? She was on campus getting busy because I opened that wormhole for her. It got to the point where I even said myself, I was like, you know what? I don't want to open another wormhole like that. So going forward, if I run into a virgin, I'm not taking her virginity unless I'm going to marry her. That's just me. Hence why the second girl I ran into who was a virgin, we just titty smashed and she gave me BJs. But I did not take her virginity even though I could have because I didn't want to do that again. Why are you telling us this story, Alex? Even the girl who got anally smashed, like I told y'all, who was friends with one of my exes in high school, who was out here just giving up the booty hole, right? Why am I telling you guys this story? Simple. Because you're also not considering that once you marry her, right? So now that you've married her, so she's got a ring, and now that you've smashed her, so she's no longer a virgin, what's going to stop her from going out here and cheating on you? Let it breathe, run it back. Once you've married her, so she got her ring. She was leveraging her virginity for a ring in the first place, so she got that now. And you've already smashed her, so virginity is gone. That special moment is over. What's going to stop her from getting curious and saying, I wonder what it's like to sleep with one other person? What's going to stop her from getting jealous? Because remember, they still have friends, guys. So when she starts to talk to her coworkers, when she starts to talk to her friends, when she starts to talk to the neighbors, whoever she's talking to, and they start to tell her about their sex stories and, Johnny with the 12-inch hammer, or Pete, who didn't have the biggest willy, but he knew how to work that thing, and Pete made her squirt, and Johnny made her cream 5 times, or whatever experiences these women have, right? Because they have experiences too. If she's not having those experiences, she's hearing about how Johnny has the 12-incher and you don't, right? She's hearing about how Pete made Shorty squirt and you can't. She's hearing about how Rob made another girl come 5 times and you don't. What's going to stop her from cheating on you? What's going to stop her from saying, well, you've had sexual experiences, or these other women have had, everyone's had sexual experiences but me. And I'm going to die having only slept with you. You think that's going to happen? Remember what I told you guys before? When I did take that girl's virginity, she was freaked out. Probably my fault, because I did too good of a job. But either way, she was freaked out. Now she's like, well, that part's over. I want to go and have all these experiences. What makes you think your girl won't do that? These same red pill man spirit dudes, who the ones who told you to pick this virgin out in the first place, is also the ones who also tell you about bait and switches and how women change up. So what makes you think she won't eventually change up? She won't get curious. She won't start to throw it in your face. Well, how come I can't? Why we can't go to a sex party? Why we can't swing? You've had these experiences. Why can't I? She's going to leverage it against you most likely at some point. She's going to get curious. Let's say your package is little. She's going to remember the BJ that she gave to this one dude whose package was bigger. She's going to wonder what that would have felt like. Y'all not even considering none of these things. Listen, in summation, when you pick a woman, you should be picking a woman based on the content of her character. Not whether or not she's a virgin. Alright? Not how many people she has slept with. And again, not telling you to date a 3 or 4. I'm just telling you her body count and her virginity should not be your primary concern. And the vast majority of men who tell you otherwise are telling you otherwise because they are insecure. It has nothing to do with women. It's them. Don't let these cats come online and make you insecure. Y'all have to start making sure the people you're listening to actually have experience with women. I don't post receipts to brag. I post receipts to back up what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So that you guys know I'm not just making crap up. to set you up for failure. A lot of these dudes are just making crap up. They done read some book, Rollo Tomasi's book or whoever's book, and they just come out here and regurgitate. And they've never experienced these things in real life. I guarantee you guys, 9 out of 10 of the dudes who tell you to date a virgin have never actually done it. Alright? Virgins tend to be socially awkward. You guys gotta understand, you have to shelter a woman for her to even become a virgin. You can't send her in the streets. That ain't gonna work. You gotta shelter her. So a lot of virgins are socially awkward as all hell. They don't know how to interact with people. Right? Now, I'm not saying don't pick one. But I'm saying if you pick one, you need to pick one based upon the content of her character. Not because you think if I get this virgin, I'm all she knows. It's the same as when they tell you how to date broke women, which is going to be the next video. They tell you how to date broke women with the assumption that if you date a woman who doesn't have any money, they're not going to say this, but it's the truth. You date a woman who doesn't have any money, then the woman, by in turn, doesn't have any independence, which means she needs to rely on you, which means she's going to be submissive to you. But it does not work that way. Broke women are the most unruly women in the world. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, all right? So that's my thoughts for today. Like I told y'all, we about to be in the lab. We about to cook it. We going to turn it up this summer. I know I told y'all last week that I was going to start pumping out vids, but I'm for real about to start pumping out vids right now. We about to get into it, all right? Either way, that's my video for today, y'all. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.